Welcome to License Lowdown. In this edition, we will be presenting summaries from actual cases that were closed in 2022. We hope these summaries will provide guidance to you in making sure you are operating in compliance with Ohio law while carrying out your business. The first topic is failing to put terms in writing. Each written agency agreement shall contain a place for the client to date and sign, and that a signed and dated agreement shall be provided to the client in a timely manner pursuant to Ohio Revised Code 4735-18. In addition, the Canons of Ethics for the Real Estate Industry, Section 2, Article 9, read that the licensee, for the protection of all parties, should see that financial obligations and commitments are in writing, expressing the exact agreement of the parties, and that copies of all agreements are placed in the hands of all parties involved at the time they are executed. In light of these requirements, let's look at the cases and their penalties. A salesperson in Utica was ordered to pay a $100 fine and to complete 3 hours of additional education in an agency-specific core law class for failing to include a place for the client to sign in the listing agreement for the subject property, and for failing to provide a signed and dated listing agreement to the sellers. A broker in Columbus was ordered to pay $1,000 fine and to complete the 10-hour post-broker course for failing to include a place for the client to sign in the listing agreement for the subject property and failed to provide a signed, dated listing agreement to the sellers. A salesperson in East Liverpool was ordered to pay a $750 fine, complete the 10-hour post-broker course, and to complete 3 hours of additional education in the area of ethics when she failed to put an offer for the subject property in writing. A broker in Dayton had her license suspended for 30 days, was ordered to pay a $1,200 fine, and to complete the 10-hour post-broker course when she failed to place the financial obligations of a property management agreement in writing, and specifically failed to let the owner know that the late fees would be retained by the brokerage. Because the agreement was not in writing, she also did not provide a copy of any agreement to the owner. In addition, the Dayton broker's other infractions were: she received $525 in rent, but only documented receiving $500 on the accounting provided to the owner, and she failed to remit the rent paid in excess of $500 to the owner until January of 2019. She also failed to disclose to the owner the late fees were collected from the tenant. These actions or inactions constitute violations of Ohio Revised Code Section 4735-18A-5, which require a licensee to, within a reasonable time, account for or remit any money coming into the licensee's possession which belonged to others. It is also a violation of Ohio Revised Code Section 4735-18A-6, misconduct, as that section incorporates Section 1, Article 1, or the Canons of Ethics for the Real Estate Industry. Finally, the broker maintained or renewed an agency agreement, specifically the property management agreement, that failed to contain an expiration date, fair housing language, and block busting language as required by the Ohio Revised Code. Our next topic is failing to present an offer in a timely manner or failing to provide timely notification. Ohio Revised Code 4735-63 states, in representing a seller in an agency relationship, a licensee shall accept delivery of and present any purchase offer to the seller in a timely manner, even if the property is subject to a contract of sale, lease, or letter of intent to lease. A broker in North Bloomfield, Ohio, had her license suspended for 60 days, and she was ordered to pay a $2,500 fee and complete 3 hours of additional education in the area of core law and the 10-hour post-broker course for failing to present a purchase offer for the subject property to the seller in a timely manner and misrepresenting or attempting to conceal the failure to submit a purchase offer to the seller in a timely manner when it was submitted at a later time. This is a violation of Ohio Revised Code 4735-18A, dishonest dealing and/or misconduct as it incorporates the Canons of Ethics for the Real Estate Industry, which read, the licensee should endeavor to maintain and establish high standards of professional conduct and integrity in dealings with members of the public as well as with fellow licensees, and further seek to avoid even the appearance of impropriety in any activities as a licensee. The licensee should endeavor to eliminate in the community any practices which would be damaging to the public or the integrity of the real estate profession. And the licensee should represent clients competently and should promote the advancement of professional education in the real estate industry through the licensee's conduct. You can review last year's disciplinary actions at com.ohio.gov/RE-disciplinary-2022. This concludes our March edition of License Lowdown. Join us next month when we recognize Fair Housing Awareness.